Hi guys, how's it going? It is me, Megan, and I am back with another video. If you guys are new to my channel, I'm a full-time reseller on Poshmark and a few other platforms, but mostly Poshmark. And here on YouTube, I like to make reseller content. I'll do unsold videos like this, I'll do unboxings, I'll do thrift hauls, I'll do all that good stuff. So if that is something you guys are interested in, please make sure to like and subscribe, and that way you'll never miss one of my videos. So sorry, I probably look a little bit rougher. Probably sound a little bit rougher. Me and my husband have been sick for the last week, about pretty much all through Thanksgiving. So that kind of hindered our plans for last week. I had mentioned a couple weeks ago that we had planned on, going down to Southern California, spending the holidays with my in-laws and all that good stuff. But we got pretty sick and had to stay home. So that was sad. But didn't turn out to be too bad. We've gotten plenty of rest. We are feeling better. Not 100%, but we are feeling better. But that's why I kind of look a mess. But anyway, I still wanted to share my sales that I had the last couple of weeks with you guys. I wasn't planning on having any sales this last week because I was just going to have my closet on vacation mode. But it was only on vacation mode for like 2 days, and then it wasn't. So anyway, I'm just going to be getting into those sales, but you might notice, hopefully can notice with your ears, that hopefully my sound sounds a little bit better. I've had a lot of comments over the years about, my voice being kind of quiet, but I also know that there's always a lot of background noise in my apartment, whether that's, my cat's crying or dogs barking outside or what have you. So I'm just hoping that this makes my voice a little bit clearer. But again, my voice is still not 100% from being sick, so who knows? Maybe it's about the same. I also did my best to set it up. Hopefully it doesn't die halfway through this. Hopefully it's on and working, but this is my first time using it, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, so I'm going to be going over all my sales from Sunday the 12th to yesterday, which was November 25th. I had a pretty good Sunday on the 12th. I had 7 sales. I sold this First Right brown cardigan. If you guys watched my last What Sold Sunday video, you might remember that I sold another cardigan by this brand, First Right. I found 2 of these the same day at a Goodwill, and there weren't too many comps, but from what I could see, it's a very expensive brand, and what comps there were pretty good. I think this cardigan specifically was pretty sought after. I think it was called the Seed cardigan or something. It wasn't made out of anything special, but I think it was made in Peru, so that's why I did look it up. And yeah, they make some pretty cute stuff. I'd be interested in finding the brand again to resell to see if all their pieces do super well. I did have these listed pretty high. The one I sold the day before I sold this one, so the one I already shared with you guys sold for 82, and that one had a couple of stains. This one ended up selling for 105, and after fees I made 84. Then I sold this Nike gray dry fit long sleeve hoodie. I pick up a lot of Nike at the bins, a lot of their base layers and hoodies and stuff like that. They seem to sell pretty well for me, a pretty good bread and butter brand. So this one I had for a little while, again, picked it up at the bins, sold for 11, and after fees I made 603. Then I sold this Nasty Gal velvet embroidered cardigan. Nasty Gal is the brand. I think I shared this with you when I picked it up at the bins. I'm not sure. But sometimes Nasty Gal can do well. They make really trendy pieces. They are a little bit more fast fashion. I would compare them to like an ASOS in my mind. But yeah, Nasty Gal can sometimes have some more high-end, nicer pieces. I found this at the bins. It got a lot of attention on Depop. I think I used words like pirate, cosplay, retro, Victorian, stuff like that. Ended up selling on Depop for $38.30, and after fees I made $32.49. Then I sold this Madewell tan short sleeve top, just something lightweight I picked up at the bins. Because my cost of goods is so high in my area, I usually don't price things or buy stuff that's going to sell on the lower end unless I'm at the bins. So if I see like something lightweight that I know I'm not going to get too much for, but will still sell, I will pick them up when I'm there. This sold for $8, and after fees I made $505. Next, I sold this new Tag American Eagle wool blend sweater, just something really basic and cute. My hair's crazy. This came in one of the bulk boxes I shared with you guys earlier this year, sold for $28, and after fees I made $22.40. Then I sold these Pottery Barn Harry Potter collab PJ pants. I originally had these listed pretty high, but they were technically Pottery Barn teen, so I knew people were kind of skeptical. I did put all the size information in the listing so people would know how they would fit. But when someone offered me 20, I decided to accept, and after fees I made 16. A lot of Pottery Barn stuff can actually get you a ton of money. So I definitely keep my eye out for that in adult sizes, probably preferably, but these still sold pretty well. And then the last thing I sold on Sunday was this new to me brand. It was Sugar Thrills, THRILLZ. I can't remember now where it's sold, but it's sold by not ASOS, but something like that. It's like a line on there. Anyway, I found this at a thrift store, so I paid about $10 for it. I thought it was really cute. It's like pretty trendy, like a corset mini dress. And I think this specific style just happened to be really sought after and sold out on their website. Got tons of attention on every platform. Ended up selling on eBay actually for $70, and after fees I made $62.31. Then on Monday the 13th, I had 3 sales. I sold this J. Crew Ludlow, which is the style sport coat. It was a men's sport coat. I really liked the style. It was definitely newer. I think it was from 2022 maybe. And it was a size 34 short, which I didn't realize is the smallest suit jacket size, at least on Poshmark to list. I don't know if that helped or if it hurt, but this actually sold really fast, and this went for $112 on Poshmark, and after fees I made $87.58. I'm definitely trying to be better about knowing which blazers are worth more, and I actually don't do too bad with men's smaller sizes, but I heard this specific style of J. Crew men's blazer, the Ludlow, sells really well. I haven't had the best of luck with Banana Republic men's blazers and coats, so I'll probably just try and stick more to the J. Crew ones than, hopefully other better brands too. But yeah, I didn't know I was going to list it for that much when I bought it. Bought it for probably $10.99, I want to say, at the Goodwill near me, so I was definitely happy about that. Next, I had a bundle sale. I don't get too many bundle sales, but I was definitely happy about this. It was a bundle of 2 pairs of skinny jeans. One was Paige and one was Joe's jeans. I don't do well with Paige. I used to do pretty well with Joe's, but now I just am not finding trendy styles. So it's probably why they're not selling as well for me anymore. But I was really happy when someone bundled these two. It sold for $32, and after fees I made $25.60. And I think I got the Paige jeans in a bulk box and maybe the Joe's jeans at the bins, or maybe them both at the bins. I'm not sure. And then the last thing I sold on Monday was this pair of bear paw boots. These were new without box. I doubt any of you remember this, but I got a mystery box from not THREDUP, maybe Helpsy Source. I'm not even sure anymore, but they were new or new without box or gently used winter boots. I got those a year or 2 ago. I have a few left. I think I only have 2 left now, but 2 of them sold recently, which is great. I'm just glad to see those move. These were just bear paw, but they sold for $34, and after fees I made $25.18. I think each pair of shoes in that box costs about $13, but it's such a sunk cost to me now because I bought them 2 years ago that I'm just glad to see them move. Then Tuesday the 14th, I had 4 sales. I sold this pair of Hollister black wide leg pants. I don't pick up everything Hollister, but if I see it at the bins and it's a trendy style, I definitely pick it up. These were to me, so I picked them up. They sold for $15, and after fees I made $12. Then I sold this camo jacket by the brand Redhead, and this was in my bulk boxes that I shared with you guys. It was actually a women's size, which was great. Sold for $35 on Poshmark, and after fees I made $28. I wasn't sure how that was gonna do. There wasn't too many comps for that brand, but I do think, there's definitely a market for hunting jackets, and I just don't know too much about it, but luckily that sold for a good price. And then I sold another jacket that came from those bulk boxes, this Columbia fleece soft jacket. This was missing a size, but I took measurements and everything, and it was about an extra large in women's. Sold for $29, and after fees I made $23.20. And the last thing I sold on Tuesday was this new tag Sonoma Sherpa taxi hat. I've had this for a while. I got this at the bins, I want to say, since I've lived here. I don't think I got this in Portland. It was a really cute hat, and it was new with tags. Sonoma is not really something I would pick up, but because it was cute and new with tags and Sherpa, which are things people liked, I did pick it up, and I've been sitting on it forever with like no attention, and I just recently cross-listed it to eBay, and then I think within like 24 or 48 hours it sold on there for what I had it listed for, which was 20, and after fees I made $17.69. So I love cross-listing. I did recently like open up a storefront in eBay again, which I said I wasn't going to do, but I wanted to list more stuff on there, and I didn't want to pay the fee per listing, so I'm paying monthly right now, not the yearly subscription, in case I end up getting mad at eBay again and canceling it. And I'm just trying out a few different things on there, trying to like promote all my listings like by 5% and just see if that gets more attention. And still just trying to figure it out. I want to do returns on there. Let me know if you do, but I like don't want to deal with the returns because it's like 30-day returns. I don't want to wait 30 days and then like have you return it on the 29th day, you know, and then I have to worry about it and still be thinking about it. So I haven't turned them on. I go to turn it on and then I think about it more every time. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want to deal with this. But let me know if you do or if you don't and what your thoughts are about that. I do think it would get more purchases in my closet because people, you know, would feel good that they can return it if it doesn't fit. But I forgot I was wearing mascara and I definitely just got that all over my face. Oh my god. I haven't worn makeup in like 2 weeks, so okay, I'm just gonna move on. And then Wednesday the 15th, I had 4 sales. I sold these airy wide leg gauze pants. These actually sold really fast once I listed them. I think I bought them on Tuesday at the bins, and then they sold Wednesday. I have figured out that Aerie sells super well in bigger sizes. Aerie's like not the best brand, but at the bins, again, if I'm finding it in a large or extra large, those usually sell pretty quickly for me. I was skeptical about these pants, but they were really cute. They're definitely more of a summer pant, so I didn't know how they were going to do. But again, they sold the next day, and they actually sold to someone in Hawaii, which makes sense because these are definitely a beachy pant. And that's just to remind us that, you know, it's hot somewhere in the United States. These sold for 22, and after fees I made $15.58. Then I sold this pair of Judy Blue skinny distress jeans. Judy Blue is one of those brands that I buy because everyone loves to sell it. I have not had the best luck with it. Honestly, I just think I'm bitter because I probably paid twice as much for like jeans in my area than most people do who pick it up. So if I was picking them up for $5 and selling them for like 30 something, like hooray. But jeans around me cost $10 like on average. So making like, you know, selling it for 30 something and then after fees and everything, it's not always worth it. But I still pick them up. All that to say, I still pick it up. But when people rave about it, I usually sell them in the $30 range. So keep that in mind with your price of goods. But these ended up selling not super quick, but within like a month or two. Sold for 35, and after fees I made $25.98. Then I sold this vintage Ralph Lauren denim coat. I've been picking up a lot of vintage Ralph Lauren and Ralph Lauren stuff. Just kind of testing it out and seeing if it has like that good of a following. Usually I pick stuff up based more on style. This one was like a double-breasted denim jacket, which I thought was really cool, but I think if the sleeves were a little bit longer and not cropped, it probably would have done even better. I picked this up for $5 when I was in Connecticut, and I went back and forth with somebody, but when they offered me $30 on eBay, I decided to accept, and after fees I made $23.43. And then the last thing I sold on Wednesday was also on eBay. It was this Icebreaker quarter zip pullover. Icebreaker is a fantastic brand, very similar to Smartwool, where they make things mostly or only out of wool. I haven't found it very often, but I had found it several times at the bins, and this one was at the bins, but months ago, which makes sense that it's selling now, but it's also an older piece. So I think that's why it didn't sell faster, because I can sell this stuff even in the summer, believe it or not, especially if it's like a newer piece. But this one did sit. I did process to eBay, and it was sold on a promoted listing. I don't think it had free shipping, but it was a promoted listing. Anyway, sold for $67.50, and after fees, I made $48.61. And that is a brand I would pay up for, but I actually don't see it. I think I saw it maybe a few times in Portland, but I have not seen it yet in my area. But I love that brand. And again, Smart Wool as well, great brands. Then Thursday the 16th, I had 4 sales. I need to talk faster so my phone doesn't die. This was a new to me brand and definitely something I would pick up 100% again. I think it's pronounced Embody, but it's IMBODHI, and it was a jumpsuit. And I bought this at a Goodwill near me. I looked up comps, and I think it's originally like $124, but comps are amazing, like in the, $80 to $100 range. Mine was a great size and great condition. I think it was an extra large. And I think that company is headquartered in San Francisco, so it makes sense that I got it. There weren't any listed on eBay. They were all sold, so it had a great sell-through rate. But yeah, I bought that, and it actually sold pretty quickly. It got a lot of interest on all the different platforms, but I went back and forth with someone on eBay, and I decided to accept an offer of $65, and then after fees, I made $57.71. Next, I sold this pair of Nike men's red joggers. Again, something that is just kind of bread and butter that I pick up at the bins. As long as it's in nice condition, I will usually pick up like Nike joggers, especially men's. They sold for $15, and after fees, I made $12. Then I sold this new tag loft mini skirt. This came from my bulk boxes. Loft isn't really something I would pick up, but if it was like a new tag loft piece at the bins and it was like good for the season or cute enough, I definitely would pick it up. This sold for $19, and after fees, I made $15.20. And the last thing that sold that Thursday was this new tag Tina Turk. Why am I writing Tina? Trina Turk cape dress. This was so pretty. Trina Turk is so hit or miss for me. I used to do really well selling it. It's like sending it into THREDUP and having them sell it. I definitely had some of my biggest sales from like their simplest pieces. Like I remember I sold a tank top to them for like $50 or $60 that I found at the bins. But this actually came to me in those bulk boxes. And again, really cute. Love the model photo. Very unique. And I didn't really know how to price it, but I was super happy when it ended up selling for $52, and after fees, I made $38.62. Then Friday the 17th, I had 3 sales. I sold this new tag Kate Spade gold tone necklace. I got this in a THREDUP jewelry box, which I get from time to time. I'm not a jewelry person really, like selling wise. I don't really look at it because I don't really know what I'm looking for. But I do know you can get great jewelry. I have in fun boxes in the past. So again, from time to time, I do like to get the jewelry box just to see. And I did get this new tag Kate Spade necklace, and I was super excited about that. I think originally it was 200 and something. So it sold. It did take a while to sell, but it makes sense that like the newer tag stuff selling now for the holidays. Sold for $108, and after fees, I made $84.38. Next, I sold this Speedo one-piece swimsuit. I've actually been selling a decent amount of swim stuff lately, which is so funny because in the summer I can't sell it to save my life. And then, it's selling better now. I picked this up at the bins. I know Speedo is just kind of like a well-known brand. It was a good size and a really pretty pattern. Ended up selling for $20, and after fees I made $13.02. And the last thing I sold that Friday was this pair of Torrid jeans that had like patches on them. They were like road trip patches. I thought these were really cute. They were missing the size, unfortunately. I got them at the bins. If they had the size, they might have sold for a little bit more, but according to my measurements, they were only like a size 14. So if they had the size and they were a bigger size, they definitely probably would have went for more. Because like Torrid pieces like this, kind of like more unique stuff, definitely has a really good value, at least in my opinion. They're more unique stuff. sells better and well. But these ended up selling for $22, and after fees I made $17.60. And then Saturday the 18th, the day before I put my stuff on, well, pretty much the day I put my stuff on vacation hold. After the post office closed, I put my stuff on vacation mode because I didn't think I was going to be able to ship out anything because I thought I was going to be in Southern California. But I sold two things. I sold this mauve metallic mini dress. This one was super cute. Again, I got this at the bins and I was so happy. I just saw it and knew it was like the perfect holiday dress for somebody. It also was a great size. I want to say size 10, maybe, something around there. Mauve is Anthropologie. It's probably one of the Anthropologie brands I find the most often and that sells the best for me. But it sold for $38, and after fees I made $30.40. And then the last thing I sold Saturday the 18th was this We the Free People long sleeve tee. I got this at the bins, and I wasn't having the best day at the bins. And I've been trying to be pickier with picking up just like, anything Free People, anything made well. Brands that don't really sell that well for me. But again, I was having like not a great day, so I was like, whatever, I'll pick this up. And when I went to photograph it, I noticed it had thumb holes, which I knew was definitely going to help it sell. It was a great color for the season, and I found a really cute model photo for it, which definitely helped. And I think the style is still for sale, like on their website, which is great. Sold for $22 on Poshmark, and after fees, I made $15.58. So Sunday and Monday, I didn't have any sales. I had my closets on vacation mode. We were sick. And then when we realized we were going to be home, I decided to, open up my closets and sell stuff, make some money. So this is all money I didn't think I was going to make. So yeah. So Tuesday the 21st, I only had one sale. I sold these new Tag North Face snow pants. I love selling snow stuff. I don't find it too often, and I want to just pick up anything. But I found these at a local thrift store that I love, but has unfortunately been pricing their stuff up like crazy. It's not like a Goodwill or anything. It's just like a nice little thrift store that donates its money to a good cause. So it's nice to buy stuff from them, but their prices are getting absolutely insane, especially if something is new at tags. Like I think they had like a Theory sleeveless top there that was new at tags for, we all know Theory was like originally 200 and something dollars. They put like $75 on it. And I get that they do that because they discount things, and like over time it might get all the way to 70% off, but even if it gets to like 70% off, it's still gonna be like 20 or $30. So anyway, I'm going there less often, but I did go and I found these. Someone had tucked in the tag to like one of the zipper pockets before they donated it, so they didn't know it was new with tags. So when I got home and I was looking through the pockets, I saw the tag was still attached, and I was so happy because they had these for 16, and that was already on the high side of what I wanted to pay for them. But when they were new with tags, I'm like, okay, these are really worth it. They were an older style, but still new with tags. They sold for 70, and after fees I made 56. Then Wednesday the 22nd, I had 3 sales. I sold this Abercrombie & Fitch tweed mini dress. I got this when I was in Connecticut at a Salvation Army. It had some like fading to it, so the first time I saw it, I passed. And then we went back the next week and it was like 50% off, so I decided to buy it. It was a size large, which is a great size. And Abercrombie & Fitch, especially their newer styles, are doing really well. I was surprised this didn't sell that quickly, but then I recently relisted it, and I think it sold the same day after I did that. So it sold for 35, and after fees I made 28. Then I sold this Free People chunky knit sweater. I also got this at the bins. This had some weird like fraying wear to the neck, but I just made sure to take pictures of it. But I do not say no to Free People sweaters at the bins. They usually sell pretty well. This one sold for 37, and after fees I made 27.58. And then the last thing I sold on Wednesday was another Abercrombie & Fitch piece, a pair of jeans I found recently at the bins. These distressed straight leg jeans. They're newer styles. To me, the easiest way to know if it's a newer style is if the back patch is missing and there's just like a blue square where it looks like there used to be a patch and it fallen off. That's like their newer look over the last few years. So that usually helps me check pretty quickly. But they sold for 37 they sold for 34, and after fees I made 27.20. And then Thursday the 24th, Thanksgiving, I did have a few sales. I sold these Vince Camuto knee-high boots, and these were from that same mystery box as those bear paw boots that sold the week before that I was talking about. Very happy that this sold. I have 2 pairs left from this mystery box. Another pair of knee-high boots that I don't remember the brand. And then a pair of like brand new Uggs that are in a very small size but do not get any attention. So don't know, but I'm very happy these sold. They sold for 50 and after fees I made 40, so I guess that was worth the wait. Then I sold another swim piece, this Calia, is that how you pronounce the brand? Swim top. It's Carrie Underwood's brand. I think you guys mentioned to me that she isn't affiliated with it anymore, but on the tag this did say, the brand by Carrie Underwood, so I don't know. Anyway, I thought it was a sports bra when I picked it up, but it ended up being a swim top, and I didn't know if I wanted to resell it or not. But I did see the exact same just swim top sell on Poshmark, so I thought, why not? And it did sell actually pretty quickly. It sold for 14, and after fees I made 903. I love finding that brand at the bins. It still does super well for me, but I get nervous about paying up for it because it doesn't always sell for that much. But I do love finding it at the bins. Then the last thing I sold on Thursday was this men's pair of jeans. They were the Levi's Made and Crafted men's jean. They were made in Italy, and I kind of just took a risk with them. I don't know too much about this line. Comms were kind of all over the place, and when I took measurements, I realized someone had hemmed them, but they looked good. They didn't look DIY, so I think someone got them tailored. I just made sure to know all that stuff, and someone offered me 45 for them pretty quickly. I did probably spend about $10 on these. So I probably wouldn't do that again. But I'm glad they sold fast. Someone offered me 45 and after fees I made 36. Then Friday the 24th, I had 2 sales. Another Aerie piece. These were size large green cotton shorts. These I've had for a while. These weren't the cutest. I probably wouldn't pick up styles like this by Aerie, but again, bigger sizes usually do better. These sold for 10 and after fees I made 503. And then the last thing I sold on Friday was this Beer Me Budweiser croc tee. I like to find like beer related things at the bins because it's actually pretty trendy, especially Budweiser. Like if you look at PacSun, American Eagle, Abercrombie and Fitch, any of those younger, trendier brands, they all are selling Budweiser stuff right now. Especially with the Clydesdales, the horses, those very trendy. So I picked this up at the bins when I saw it. Sold pretty quickly on Depop for $13.50, and after fees, I made $11.11. And then the sales I had yesterday, Saturday the 25th, I had 4 sales. This Urban Outfitters men's Sherpa men's jacket. Wow, I said men's like 10 times. This Urban Outfitters Sherpa men's jacket. It was in blue. I got it at the bins. I love finding Urban Outfitter jackets at the bins because they actually do sell pretty well for me. This one sold for 33 and after fees I made 24.38. Then I sold this Reebok NFL Seattle Seahawks full zip jacket. I thought this would do better because it is like an NFL team. Those usually do pretty well for me. I've had this one for a while, probably over a year. I got it at the bins, sold for 12 and after fees I made 905. Then I sold another pair of Paige jeans, which is great because I never sell Paige jeans. These are the Skyline Skinny. These came in the bulk boxes. Probably wouldn't have picked it up at the bins, but because they were in the bulk boxes, I thought, why not just try? Because I already had them. Sold for 15 and after fees I made 12 on Poshmark. And the last thing I sold yesterday was this pair of Y2K pink heels by the brand Pazzo. No idea how to pronounce it. Pazzo. I thought they might have been a designer brand, possibly by the looks of it, but I don't think I found that much about them. I mostly picked them up based on style. I got these a while ago. They were a tiny size, but they were very Barbie core, pink with the bows. They've gotten a lot of attention on Depop, and they actually ended up selling for the price I had them listed at, which was $45, and after fees, I made $38.07. And I probably paid about $10-ish for those at, I think I got them at a Savers. So yeah, those are all the sales I had these last 2 weeks. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully this microphone worked. Hopefully I taught you guys some new brands. I hope you had a great and relaxing holiday. Hopefully you guys aren't feeling sick. Like I know so many people are this time of year. And if you don't celebrate the holiday, I hope you just had some good time to relax and maybe, spend time with the people that you love. And yeah, Hope you guys are having a great time reselling. I'll probably be back next Sunday with recapping my best sales that I had in November. Hopefully I could get a few more good ones this coming week. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a great time sourcing and selling, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye!